Welcome and good evening. Today, from Peoria, Illinois, it's Stage 729. And on the stage, we have Robbie Chris, community advocate, and fashionista Mika J. Here's your host, Michelle Sanders.
Welcome, TV audience, and hopefully you enjoy our program today. We have Robbie Crisp here with us, community advocate for Peoria, Illinois, to deal with our youth in Peoria. Hi, Robbie, how are you? Not bad, not bad. Welcome to Stage 729. Well, we have a couple of questions for you, and we want to find out what have you been up to lately?
Wow, if I could tell you the list, it would be like bigger than Christmas, Santa Claus, all of that. The list would go on and on. But short or long, we started our after-school program, Project 301. So we had a lot of things happening with that program. As we know, state funding was cut, so we've been doing a lot of self-promoting, advocating, fundraising, so that we can generate the monies that we need to stay open. But regardless of the cuts and everything is still going as planned. So we are offering tutoring, love and learning. We do electives now, so teaching kids drum lessons.
Oh, speak a little bit about the drum lessons, because that seems to be the hot thing in Peoria right now.
Okay, well, we have Jeff Adams. He is over our drum group, and he's doing a great job with the youth, and they love it. He has about 10 active drummers in the class, and they're really doing their thing. I'm a drummer myself, musician and all of that, and when I say I've seen the young people come from one level of 0 to like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10 in the last 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, now, how can they become part of the program that you offer?
Right now, we do have like a waiting list, and I'm sorry to say, but because of the state funding cuts and all that, I'm limited as far as my workers are concerned. So I won't overwork them, just to try to have all these numbers. I could care less about numbers. My thing is quality.
Right.
Quality of service. So
Well, I don't want to touch too much on politics, but I know state funding has a major emphasis right now in the city of Peoria. A lot of programs are being affected by this. And is there any way people can just automatically donate or help you guys out?
it's so simple. We have a program already set up called Adopt an Apartment. Your $30 a month adopts an apartment. All those funds funnel through everything that we do at Dream Center. So it's as easy as that. You can contribute $30 a month, adopt an apartment. It will take care of our part of our youth program. So it's something as simple as that. If you want to go bigger and larger, of course you can make $50,000 donation, and that'll take care of our whole program for the year, for the most part.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with asking.
And the cool thing about it is, I do want to say this, Michelle, like, even since Tommy's death, and various others' death, we run a basketball program on Saturdays. And it's been so strategic and unique because we are seeing upwards between 60 to 70 predominantly young black youth on the court at the center every Saturday, in the rain, sleet, and snow. And it's really cool. It's really cool. So our young people are looking for things to do, positive things, and we give them the word of God. Yes, I said it on national TV. We give them the word of God.
There's nothing wrong with the word, nothing wrong.
So therefore,
We need more.
give that, every Saturday, and they know that they're going to get it before they play anymore. And we are taking a mega step forward. So it's really cool.
Well, we appreciate you coming out to Stage 729. We hope to get the word out and let people know. As you heard, Robbie Chris is needing help from you guys. If you can volunteer, support financially, whatever the case may be, you can reach him down at the Dream Center. So we appreciate you, and then we're going to be right back in just a moment.
Thanks again, viewers. That was local community advocate Robbie Chris. Up next is fashionista Mika J.
Thanks, Jonte. And we have Mika J here with us to give us some fashion tips for the holidays. Everyone wants to look all glammed up, and we want to make sure we do it correctly. So Mika, why don't you tell us first, what are some things that we should look for the holiday season on being fashionably correct?
Okay, you're going to see a lot of hats this season. You're going to see a lot of brooches this season. For example, I have a boutique, an online boutique called Explicit Boutique, where I basically sell brand name cosmetics for less, and I also sell I call them exotic accessories because, you know, everybody has accessories, but mine are like the one of the kind like what you might even see on TV.
Right.
So with the brooches, I have like the Chanel
nice.
inspired,
Yes.
you know. And I sell these for $20, and then these look wonderful with capes. And so you're gonna see a lot of capes this season too, and then like with the little berets and even like ponchos, you could put this on, like especially like even like a button-up shirt, like what you have on.
Yeah.
So you could like put this on like up at the
Yeah, I
top,
heard
you know.
that, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And so you could put this on. Yeah, see, you could put this on like up top, you know, like you can wear it like that. See,
Ah,
you wear it like
I
that,
like
or you can
it.
just wear it, you know. And you're gonna see a lot of hats this season too.
Now, what are hats back in play for the fashion for the holidays?
Well, you know, for like the weather, you never know, like the snow, and then you still want to look stylish, but keep your hair looking fly too.
Yeah,
so,
we know about that.
And I also have hats. I mean, like ball caps too, even for like bad hair days too. These are wonderful, and like you can even get away with. You didn't hear it from me, but you can even wear these like with your hair wrapped up underneath and put this on top and like run to the store real quick. And
Now,
no one
y'all
will
see
never
me.
know.
Y'all heard
You
it
will
from me.
never
Yeah.
know.
You heard
And so I also have these in black and also in denim, and these are $10 each. Yeah, so you'll see
Oh,
a
I'm
lot
getting
of
that one for sure.
Okay,
Little hair
yeah.
do up.
You'll see a lot of these this season too. And you'll also see a lot of statement pieces too this season because you know the holidays at the end of the year approaching, and so people for the New Year's they want to do it up, you know,
Right.
be really glam, and so like you'll see like basically exotic statement pieces like this. This is a necklace set.
Nice.
That's the necklace, and then these are the earrings to go with it.
Oh,
These are kind of
beautiful. I like it.
and like this set that's like $20. So
Not bad. Economical, ladies.
Yeah.
Very economical.
Yeah, it is. It
Oh,
is.
for you guys who are shopping for your girl? Okay.
And then I have the pearls too. I have the pearls too, you know, the statement pearl necklaces, which actually look nice with anything sequin too.
Oh,
Anything
nice.
sequin or, you know, anything with little bling to it.
Yeah.
Pearls are accented.
Well, we all love to stand out, so I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
And you have some more signature pieces here.
Yeah,
with the
we have some
bracelet.
signature pieces here, you know,
I'm all
like,
about the bracelets.
Now this is a whole set. Now you get like the little, this one doesn't have the pearl, it has beads on it.
Oh,
You have like the little
right.
roses too, but you can accent that with the pearls too.
Oh, no way. I like
And
it.
then I also have a pearl statement piece.
Nice.
You can wear it with this. It's got a set, but you can make it a set. You know, pearls go
I'll
with
make it
anything.
work.
That's what I like about pearls. You
I
know,
love
diamonds and
pearls.
pearls, sequins and pearls, glitter and pearls. You can do pearls with anything.
That's the Jackie O look. So I love
Exactly.
it. I love it.
The classic look, you know.
Yes.
And then it also looks wonderful with lace, too. Anything lace. And then I just brought in some cosmetics, too. You know, just kind of, you know, highlight your look, too.
I was gonna say, what colors are they using for the holidays? You know, all the holiday parties are going to be starting out. Okay, so what
Okay.
colors are in?
The bolder, the better. The bolder, the better. And so right now I have a palette of 120 colors. And so you can do, you know, you can do the neutral colors, or you want to do like a little, you know, give yourself a little pop. You know, you got the bright, bold colors.
Not just for the lips, or is that for the eyes?
Now this is just for the eyes, but I do have a couple of lip pieces here to show. And believe it or not, you know, these colors, they complement any complexion. You know, people, you know, that are not, you know, familiar with playing with makeup, they're not comfortable with trying a little color. But nowadays, cosmetic companies are making color that pretty much complements every shade.
I love brighter the bolder.
Yeah.
I love that. So now, tell me, you know Saturday is Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, we want people to support you and at least
Okay.
go online. Can you give your information to them so that they
Okay.
know how to shop
Okay.
online with you?
Okay, if you're on Facebook, I also have a Facebook page. It's called Explicit Boutique. Just go to that page and just like it, and you can also see like what I have updated. And for Small Business Saturday, I actually have a booth set up at Studio B Salon on Sheridan Road, on the corner of Sheridan and Louts. I can't remember the address off the top of my head, but it's on the corner of Sheridan and Louts on the right-hand side if you're going north on Sheridan towards Sheridan Village. So I have a booth set up there. And like I said, you can catch me on Facebook. That's where I do all my updates. I also have a web page, but like I said, if you just go to the Facebook, that's where I do most of my updates because I
By the
reach
time
more
this
people.
airs, we're probably going to be past Small Business Saturday, but I
Okay.
do want to make sure that people put that out there, that it
Okay.
is important to support our small businesses.
Yes.
And especially the online boutiques and everything that are
Yes.
going on. So we are going to take a break and go to blah, blah. Station break. Sorry.
And welcome back. Now, a special part of our show we'd like to introduce called Let's Talk About It. Michelle, why don't you introduce our guests?
Thanks, Jonte. Right now we have Miss Sabrina Brooks and Miss Crystal Stewart. They're local from the Peoria area, and we're just gonna sit around and chat about Let's Talk About It. So hello, ladies, how are we?
Hello.
Good. Good. Just to kind of get a feel for a little bit about you guys, tell us something that you want us to know out in TV land. Anything. Crystal, you start with you first since you looking at Sabrina. So yeah, we're gonna do this the right way. We believe in having fun. So go ahead.
Tell me. Well,
'Cause you're
I've been on you for what? 15 years. 15 years. Started off at the Housing Authority, working within the community, letting people know about what resources are available. Still do my Family Does Matter, where we help families that get involved with DCFS. Right now, I'm currently a young adult leader at New Life Christian Church. So our age group is 18 to 25, and work, church, home, pretty much.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Miss Sabrina.
Well, I can't top that, sorry. But been here for about 15 years. Well, I got nothing.
Oh yeah, you do. You're
do.
fun and outgoing.
You got something?
And
Okay,
like to
all
do
right.
things.
Like to
All right.
travel,
I do,
you know?
I do. Okay, all right, so all that. So I like to travel.
Talk about it, girl. Talk
okay,
about it.
very adventurous, outgoing. It's all about having fun at the end of the day, you know, and just, meeting people and being open and being inspirational in other people's lives and
Well, I'm
having
glad
girl
you said
chats.
that. I'm glad
Yeah,
you said
see? There you
inspiration.
go.
Because my question is to you guys, what about tradition? It seems to be sliding away a little bit, and I wanted to get a feel from those in the community that have families and what they feel about traditional Christmas, traditional Thanksgiving. Do you think it's still playing a role here with our families?
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
All right. So, it's tough for me to say that because I'm from Chicago. So a lot of my family is in Chicago. But when I'm there, we all get together. It's a happy gathering. It's some fun times, some reminiscing, some dancing, some playing games, cards and all that. So I got to say yes. But I don't get to experience it as much because I'm here in Peoria. But my family there, they do it all the time. So I'm going to say, yeah, tradition is still there, and that's a wonderful thing. Now, I would say that as our generation gets older and they get into their own way of doing things and start their own families, sometimes our gathering is not as big as it used to be.
Right.
Because kids are now growing up and they're doing their own thing, choose to hang out with different friends or different family members. But for the most part, it still happens.
Well, now, what's one of your favorite traditions that you have for your family?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. The food.
The food. I tell you, it would be about maybe 70, 80 of us that comes out to these events. And we're talking all over the suburbs of Chicago.
Oh, y'all need a feast.
The inner city, and that's what we have. We have a feast and everybody gets fed. We do some reunions, some reuniting, some conversating, taking pictures because you haven't seen anybody in a year or so. So Thanksgiving is almost like a, what do you call it? A family reunion.
Family reunion,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
get to hang out.
Well, now,
can
Ms.
hang
Crystal, share some of the traditions that you have with your family.
Oh, we do. We still do everything together. We still do birthdays, holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I usually, for birthdays, we have our cake, our ice cream. I'm usually the cooker, of course. And I'll prepare the meals, and we'll have cake, we'll have ice cream. We'll all gather around the table. We'll bless the food. We open up our gifts, or, we give the gifts to whomever's birthday it is. And then afterwards, we play karaoke. We pull out the old pictures. The kids are like, "Oh, you used to look like this. Wow, you this, So,
Yes, we were little at one time. Yes, we all were little at one time.
So we still do the family. My kids, they have kids now, so I have the grandkids, and we just all.
Now you don't look like a grandma, so.
I am a grandma 5 times.
Ah, congratulations.
okay,
You
Well,
yes.
do
thank
not
you.
look
Well,
it.
thank you. Yeah, 5 times. My oldest is 25, so.
You're doing it. So
Well,
I'm
thank
not
you,
mad
thank
at
you.
Not
Thank
mad.
you.
Sexy granny look. Is
I
that
know,
what it is?
right? Yeah.
Oh, so you're a grandma instead.
Glam-
No, they call me Gamma.
Ah.
I'm Gamma, and I love it. Call me Gamma. I'm a Gamma all the way. And they, Gamma, I want some talkie milk. I'm like, okay, come on, get some talkie milk. Let's go, baby. So.
No, we that's part. You know what? That builds memories too for the kids.
Right. Right.
Now, did any of you guys catch the American Music Awards last night? Did anyone see it at all?
I have to confess,
I
I did
didn't.
not. But I heard about it.
I mean, I think
And I
J-Lo.
plan on getting on demand.
Right. To look at it. Check it out.
Check it out.
Well, I know it was a great opening by J-Lo. She's
Okay.
a great performer. So I wanted to throw that out there because I did watch it and I was tweeting live with them. So
Wow.
yeah, it was kind of a good experience to kind of be on that. But, just want to throw that out at you guys. I said I was
Right.
going to throw something off the cuff. That was my
And we
off the cuff.
told you we don't watch TV. We're busy traveling and being glamour.
I know. You guys
Yes.
true jet
Yes.
setters. True jet setters. Well, anything that you think is a hot topic that we need to know about in the Peoria area or just in general? Anything. Let's talk about it. So that's what we're
Let's
doing.
talk about it, okay. Wow. So I tell you this, there's a lot of things that come to mind. One of the ones I have a trouble with is our youth.
Yes.
Guys, we really got to find a way that we start either grabbing them early and teach them about love and respect and about achievement, and just wanting more than what their certain or their current situation is. And a lot of times, we'll shake our heads and we'll say, "Oh, I can't believe that child done that or said this or said that," and sometimes they're just misguided,
Yeah.
and so we just find a way that I know we have a lot of programs, like you have an awesome program.
Thank you.
With your ministry.
Right, our young
that's-
adults.
Yeah, that's attracting a lot of the young adults. But I think too, it's just, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm glad we're having this open discussion, just to kind of get maybe somebody's mind tweaking about what we can do to start them early, like in elementary, and even with the parents of these kids, just showing them some a different way of thinking about how they do things. And,
Right.
because it's that whole generational sin
Right.
from one generation to the
the
next.
other.
And we can break that.
Right.
I'm telling you, we can break that. But the question is, how do we do it? How do we do it constructively? And how do we do it in a way that's going to impact a wide variety?
Well, I myself, you see kids, young men walking around, pants underneath their behind, and, just they fit a description. They fit a description, and when the police stops them, they have an attitude. So when I see them young, even with mom, and they're sagging their pants, and, I ask them, pull your pants up, young man, because you don't want to fit a description. We have to stop being afraid to redirect them, whether they're our babies or not, because all babies are my babies, and when I see them doing wrong, I redirect. And if mom has an issue, I go to mom and I say, Mom, my name is Crystal Stewart. This is what I saw your kid doing. I just want to make you aware of it, because we have to go back to it takes a village.
Right.
No one wants anyone to talk to their children. Don't talk to my kids, don't tell my kids this, but when we stop talking, then we start losing them.
Right.
Right.
So we have them being disrespectful. Then we have the system that if you whoop your child, we're going to call DCFS. So now they want to remove your child because you've disciplined them. But we can't discipline them, but you all can.
Right.
You can beat them, you can shoot them, you can do whatever. Now, we have the black on black, the Black Lives Matter, and people want to protest, well, because this happened and that, the police officer did this to the child, but what happens when it's black on black crime?
Right.
That same energy that we have when that Caucasian officer beats up our African American children is that same passion that we need to have when that African American young man walks up and hits this other African American young man. We need to stop it. Many times I've gotten out of my car and jumped right in the middle of a fight. And my kids are like, Mom! And I'm like, get in the car. And I break it up. We have to stop being afraid to take action because we've lost our children. And we have to look at every baby as if they're our baby, because every child is our future. When we look at that infant that's born and we look at that young man with his pants sagging and we shake our head, that's our future. And if that's what we have to look forward to, we're in trouble. So, adults, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to redirect, and talk to them. And when you redirect them and they give you an attitude, you have to sometimes say, this is why I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm not trying to front you off.
It has to be positive.
It has to be
It has to be a
positive.
positive impact.
And the same way you want to be treated is the way that young man or that young lady wants to be treated. But we have to introduce them to it, because a lot of them are raised by young moms.
Right, and that's why I said that it has to be the child and the parent.
Right.
Because we can sit here and talk to you for 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
but you're at home for the next 6-7 hours before you go to bed.
Right.
And the environment there is totally different than the 15 minutes you had
Right.
of calm, collective conversation with someone. So not only do we need to have it with the young adults and the kids, the babies, we need to somehow, talk about the parents. Maybe have a parent session where, you know what, if you're mad, you're upset, you have a lot of aggression, let's get it out.
Right.
And then
Right.
let's talk about how we
Well, you have to build a
redirect it.
partnership with your child.
Right.
It's basically a partnership to build with your child. And
Right.
if most parents don't have that kind of communication.
Well, you know why? Because back in the day, it was I'm the boss.
Right.
And that's
Right.
it.
And that's it. And
There was
that's
nothing
it.
else
There was
said.
something else
Right.
said.
True.
You was respected, or you had to be respectful all the time.
All the time, not
You know.
sometime,
But things have changed, so therefore
Yes, they
we have to try to, I wouldn't say change with it, but find a way to get us back to that level of you still respect the elders around you.
Right.
But when the elders are acting a fool too,
It's kind of hard.
They never respect.
It's kind of hard, but
hard.
Well, with that being said, ladies, I appreciate you on Let's
Yes.
Talk About
Well,
It.
thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming out and on our first time with Stage 729. We hope the TV audience will enjoy coming back and listening to some more programming that we have coming up in the future. And right now, we're going to go to station break.
Stage 729 would like to thank Ty Fletcher and the entire staff of the Spring Hill Suites Peoria for today's location. Please follow Stage 729 on Instagram at stage_729. Thank you.
Well, thank you, TV audience, and thank you to Robbie Chris, community advocate, and Tamika J, fashionista and stylist in Peoria, Illinois, and also to our special guests, Sabrina and Crystal, for doing Let's Talk About It. We hope that you stay tuned and come back to see us again, and we enjoy having you on Stage 29. Toodles!
Okay. Well, this one is actually close to my heart, and you may be able to relate. Anybody, really. The song is Dear God by Smokey Norfolk. So I'm going to do my best. I am no Smokey. Hallelujah. But the words are just so powerful and very close to my heart. So I'm going to try to catch my breath here. And, it feels so good to make it this far. And I didn't think I could take it so long. There were days I wanted to quit, and I said, surely this is it. But I held on. And I watched his so-called friends turn and walked away. And it hurt so much, I didn't have words to say. See, I've had so many ups that they far away my downs. Lord, I thank you for my life. For my life. Lord, I thank you for every victory to hear. And when times were a little